What's up everybody, my name is EntombedMeatwad. I definitely want to thank you for clicking on this video and of course taking a moment to check out my channel. Today I wanted to talk to you about something that's just been all over the news recently, and that subject would be the store Target. So Target, recently they decided to make a change to one of their policies. To quote it word for word on the website, it says that we welcome transgendered team members and guests to use the restroom or fitting room facility that corresponds with their gender identity. Now, if you don't understand that, basically what it means is if you identify yourself as a male, you can use their male restroom or fitting room, or if you identify as a female, you can use the female restroom or fitting room. It's pretty straightforward if you ask me. So as far as the argument goes, there's two, and well actually there's three sides technically. The third side, we're gonna leave out of this debate. Those would be the people who are bigoted that just feel like anybody in the LGBT community really shouldn't have any rights to begin with, and they don't have any valid points to go with it. It's just their overall opinion, so they're gonna get thrown out of this debate here. But that leaves two other parties here in this overall debate, I guess you could say. So one side would be the people who are against the decision Target made, and then of course the people that are for the decision Target made. Now, on the against side, there's a few reasons I've heard of why they would be against this. Now, one big one that they've been throwing around would be the threat to public safety, meaning the safety of, children or women if transgendered people are using the restroom. The other one they have would be maybe others would be uncomfortable about the thought of somebody who used to be a different gender previously now using the restroom of another gender. That would really be the main two arguments I've seen from that party over there. Now, meanwhile, the other party over there, they're the side that thinks this is a good idea for Target to do. Now, there's a few reasons they throw around, like such as civil rights, that's generally straightforward, of course, and also just the fact of using the restroom that you feel comfortable in, of course. If you identify as a female and you feel comfortable using the female restroom, so be it. Same with being a male. If you feel comfortable in the male bathroom, that's definitely a valid point there. Another argument I could definitely consider there would be possibly threats from that other gender if you're using their restroom. Like, say if you were born a female and you made the transition to become a male, having to use the male restroom for the rest of your life, as of course kind of bothersome that would be on yourself, you might have other men in that restroom who are criticizing you or God forbid, threatening you just for the fact that you decided to make that change and become a different gender. That's definitely another argument on that side. And another completely valid reason they have as well over in that party would be the fact that it's not a matter of just using whatever bathroom you want just because. It's a matter of using the restroom of the gender that you identify with. One thing that's being brought up by the people that are against this is the fact that just anybody can choose to pick whatever bathroom they want. And the thing is, that's not what it's about. It's about identifying yourself as one gender and going with the restroom or fitting room of your choice, of course, because that is your gender. Now, I personally want to say I'm on the side that is for this change. I think Target, being one of the big forerunners in making this type of change across the nation, that's definitely a great thing. Come on people, we live in 2016. This is a different world than it was 20 years ago back in 1996. This is definitely a completely different ballgame than the world was back then. One big thing that's been going around as well would be in Oxford. There was a law that was passed stating basically that you are legally required to use the restroom of the gender that is listed on your birth certificate. And that not only do I find kind of offensive, I guess, it's just kind of overall ridiculous. That's like saying that I'm not allowed to go down the slide in a playground because I was born a C-section and didn't come out naturally. Like, the way that you were born and how your birth take place really shouldn't have anything to do with what restroom you end up using in the long run. Another thing to really keep in mind is, again, hello, this is 2016. We live in a world where your gender is technically an option. If you're born a male and you feel more comfortable as a woman, or you're born a woman and you feel more comfortable as a man, you have the 100% legal right to make that change, and we live in a world where medical science definitely can help you make that change as easily as possible. But to be brought down by other people who aren't even involved in the situation, people who don't know what it's like to be born in a body that you're not really comfortable in, honestly just aren't going to get that. One thing that's a big deal, of course, is people saying it's a threat to public safety. I guess worrying that a man might go into a women's restroom with intentions of overall doing some pretty nasty, messed up things. And one thing to keep in mind is a rapist is gonna rape somebody no matter what. Whether there's a transgendered person using the restroom or, you know, whether there's friggin' naked people walking everywhere, a rapist is gonna rape people. That's what they do. And somebody having the right to use the restroom isn't gonna make any difference in that at all. One thing that truly needs to be said here is that with Target making this change, they're not doing it to try to risk anybody's personal safety or to try to offend anybody. No, it's the opposite, as a matter of fact. Target is making this change with the intention of making the world we live in a better place for everybody. You can be who you want to be, you know, use the restroom that you need to use and not have to worry about it. And again, they're really not trying to make anybody uncomfortable. It's the opposite. They're trying to make everybody comfortable and overall make the world a better place. I guess just some people can't see that, and you know what? We're all entitled to our opinion, so let's just grin, bear it, turn the other cheek, and keep living our lives, because Target has made this change, and they're completely allowed to do that if they'd like to. But you know what? Hey, that's just my opinion. You know, maybe it has to do with my generation. We grew up very open-minded. It does remind me of this scene from a TV show that I grew up watching. I'm sure many people in my generation did as well, of course. And it was really hard for me to get this fucking video to fit in the goddamn screen, and it's terrible quality, but take a look at this shit.
Something totally dumb that you'll regret for the rest of your life.
Hey, Big B, been in the girls' bathroom lately? I'm that Big B, and I like to use the girls' room.
I was 5! It was kindergarten!
See, my generation grew up watching characters like that and sympathizing with them and the fact that people go through some tough things and get ridiculed by others for honestly ridiculous reasons. In conclusion, guys, you know, whether it has to do with my generation or not, I definitely think this is a great idea on Target's behalf, and good on you, Target, definitely. And as much as it hurts to say this, honestly, whether there's transgendered people in the bathroom or not, a rapist is gonna rape. But again, that's just my opinion. I just wanted to rant on that for a little bit, and hey, you know, if you have an opinion of yours, go ahead and leave it in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like and possibly subscribe for some more great content going forward, and you know, above all else, make sure you have yourself a great day.